On Against All Odds, we try to bring disability issues to your doorstep. But every disability comes with its own package. Today, we visited the home of Ahmed. Ahmed is a child with autism spectrum. Someone who his mom, grandmom, siblings, and everyone has given out so much love to nurture and watch him grow. On this episode, we will see how Ahmed copes with his disability, how his mom has been able to cope and make him become the man he is today. Don't go away. We will be back shortly. My name is Dushma Pius Ikirafe.
This is Against All Odds.
Hey everybody, what's up, guys? I'm Ahmed'S. You already know me. Today we're gonna be looking at y'all's comments. So, yeah, what's your word? Screw down, please. This comment is from what up, boy? Oh, hi. He left me a heart, guys. Today, he left me a heart. Thank you, bon void. Thank you, bon void. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, bon void. Thank you, bon void. Thank you, bon void. No. Oh.
It says he has some autism, he has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, he has cerebral palsy, and he has intellectual disability. So people have mocked and laughed at me. That I have it. One even said my child has mental disorder. There's nothing they've not said. You understand? But what I do, I will make sure I stand for my son, because I don't want anybody like that child to be calling us. Nobody on earth can call my child a name. You call my child a name, you have me to contend with for a long time. I can be that wild.
Medically, mothers are advised to begin antenatal classes at first trimester when the pregnancy is 3 months. So was the case with Ahmed's mom. Ahmed's mom attended antenatal classes, observed all the rules, ate balanced diet. On the 29th day of July 2004, she joyfully brought forth a healthy, bouncing baby boy who cried at arrival, all vitals checked and fit to go home 24 hours after delivery. How were you able to pull yourself through to this point? What was the starting point like?
It was a lot of confusion. It was very confusing because we didn't know what was wrong. Okay, we had an idea that something would be wrong, but we don't even know what was wrong. There was no diagnosis. We don't know. We just didn't know what to do. We just knew we had problems. We went to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. We went to any hospital you can think of. We were in Lagos then. We were in all hospitals. We were looking for all the consultants. Until we met a consultant who said, you know what? You are taking too much. You have to be patient. The consultant, because he was non-verbal, and we were in hospital, he threw one of the, in fact, I don't even know how to describe it. When he's in that mood, he could break anything. And he was just less than 2. He was less than 2. He was throwing himself everywhere on the floor. I was exasperated. He tore my dress. And it was, you were 2, you didn't know. Hold on. And the doctors were listening. They didn't talk to us. They didn't talk to us. Then one doctor came out after 30 minutes. He said, Madam. I said, yes. Give this boy water to drink. I said, water? He said, yes. So I gave him water. Do you know he drank it and he was calm? Do you know what he now told me? He said, you are not listening to him. You are not listening to him because you want him to talk the way other children talk. You are not listening to him. He is talking differently. He is communicating differently, but you are not listening. This boy wanted water. I heard him. He kept saying water, but you didn't hear him because he was not pronouncing water the way he's supposed to pronounce water.
Oh.
And that is why he was frustrated. He's trying to communicate. So you need to listen to him, to communicate with him, so that you can understand and help him. And that worked for us. What problem are you dealing with this morning?
See, every Monday to Friday, I have to go to work because, and every time I go to work, I hear screaming from these children. Guy,
My son didn't hold his head until around 9-10 months. You have a child that didn't crawl when others are supposed to crawl. He didn't walk until after he was 2 years. He didn't speak until after he was 6-7 years, when he began to even have sound from his mouth. So, and you could have a child who will not even do all that.
The question on most lips will be, what went wrong? For an experienced mother who had 2 children before Ahmed, what was different during child rearing?
You know, the diagnosis says he has some autism, he has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, he has cerebral palsy, and he has intellectual disability. So, though he's 18 biologically, intellectually, he's not 18. So, and it's a lot of conflict for even the entire family because they think I indulge him. Even when he was younger, I fed him up to he was 6-7. I was feeding him. And I recall that it was a lot of problem because everybody thought I was spoiling him. But he was not able to feed himself. And intellectually, he had the brain of a 2-year-old, 3-year-old at that time. So if he wanted to feed himself, the entire floor would be full of the food. So by the time he was 6, he began to make efforts. And he had cerebral palsy. That means his hand was not stable. So if he took spoon to feed himself, this is how his hand will shake until by the time he gets to his mouth, the food is off. He gets frustrated, he starts crying. So at some point, if you even ask him to feed himself now, you will see that he holds his spoon like this. He holds spoons differently. He holds biro differently. You know, he does his things differently. We ask parents to commend their children. The children are making efforts. They are struggling in their hearts. They don't know why everybody can go out and they cannot. I pity him most times because Jesus did. Everybody can go out, but we don't let him because we know he can get lost. He has got lost at least 3 times. We know he can, lose track of his direction and not know how to get back home. And he does not understand why everybody can go out, but he has to go out with somebody. He even quarrels about it. When we send him out, he said, no, he wants to go alone. So you can't go alone. Somebody has to go with you. He can't understand it. He can't understand why everybody is allowed to play, why everybody plays with others, and they don't understand how to play with him.
Ahmed's mom was stuck with medical advice. How does she cope? A working class woman with a new baby who needed all the attention he needed. They say no one can do it better than you. No one can take care of your child better than you. How true was this? But does he sleep well?
If he's not sleeping at night, I quickly walk back to understand what has happened. It could be the food, It could be environment. Like if we have visitors coming, for instance, for 2-3 days he'll be restless. If there is a change in his normal routine, something we give, I will suffer it. So I just walk back. So before we have visitors for 3 days, I start preparing him. People will come. This will happen. That will happen. It doesn't help much, but at least it doesn't catch him by surprise.
Few people have been talking for like 20 minutes.
So?
And are you bored?
Yes.
You want to take a stroll?
Yeah, I just want to go back to watching Beyblade, right? Because the Beyblade with enemy is giving me ideas.
Okay. Alright, so you'll be back?
And I just love how the way my mind works. And not just by the amount, not just like any other festival, but the amount of bladers that will be participating in the festival.
Thank you.
On my birthday, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed.
This is Against All Odds.
All this was definitely not a walk in the park for any mom to handle. In any case, Ahmed's mom had her mom with her. They say experience is the best teacher. Was her mom knowledgeable about this condition? How did she help out?
What most people need is just information. And to know that first, you are not even alone. So the world did not abandon you. It is not the witchcraft that caused your child's problem. It is not because you walked in the night that one spirit entered your stomach, like I was told. It is not because you are wicked. People have told me I'm wicked. That's why I have a child with disability. They've told me I'm a bad person. That's why I have a child with disability. They've told, there's nothing under this sun that I have not been told. People have mocked and laughed at me. That I have, one even said my child has mental disorder. There's nothing they've not said. You understand? But what I do, I'll make sure I stand for my son. Because I don't want anybody like that child. They will be calling names. Nobody on earth can call my child a name. You call my child a name, you will have me to contend with for a long time. I can be that wild. Because I know if I'm not the one standing for him, things will go wrong. I just have to stand for him. And you can see, when he came in, you saw how he's dressed. I dress him neatly at all times. Even when he was a baby, his singlet is white, his boxers are white, his socks is white, and it has to be sparkling. And I carry a bag with me if I have to take him out. If it has a stain, I'll change it. I don't want people to, for when they see him, they'll be repulsed by his appearance. Like you mentioned, my sister, autism does not show. There are conditions that when you see the child, you will know. But with our own disability, it's not physical. You can't see it. But I don't have to explain myself all the time. But I have to. Anywhere you take him to, you have to explain. Because people just will not let you be. They would ask you, Madam, train your child though. Why your child they behave like that now? Why is your child behaving like this? Why are you not training your child? Because of his hyperactivity, he'll be jumping. Like you saw, he's restless. He can't sit. He cannot.
2009, today, children, my father told me.
If you want to force him to sit, you are just going to create problem for everybody. You have to allow him to move. Create activities around him while he's moving. And then everybody is judgmental. Everybody is judgmental. So we have to stand up. You, as a parent of a child, you just have to stand up for your child. Stand up and protect your child. When the world sees how you are protecting and accepting your child, and you have created a fence around your child, everybody will be forced to key in. And that is what we successfully did with Ahmed.
Ahmed's grandmom, filled with emotions, shared her thoughts with us.
Anybody when get help, they can help Ahmed for because the summer when my daughter the summer happen it's too much. It's too much. Una help. If na raise am up, whether na school you wan go, whether na the medicine to give her, na the thing wey I want be that. Because when we wake up in the morning, na so you go dey work all the house. You no stay for one place. That thing be no good for me. You don't know how to go outside and come back. I want make the head, make a head cool down so that it can live normal like other child. I beg God to help all of you. God to help all of you.
18 years down the lane, Ahmed sits upright next to me, shocked over a question I asked his mom. It's been and still a tough journey trying to get him concentrate for long. How do you do this?
A parent called me and said, I have a child who is 19 and I locked my child in the house. A parent told me that.
19.
Yes. I know a parent also whose neighbors don't even know she has a child with disability because the child is locked. A parent called me and said, in fact, everything she said was, my husband is refusing, my husband is not giving us money, my husband is not doing this, my husband is not doing that. I allowed her. After she spoke, I now asked her, where do you work? She said she doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home mom. You are a stay-at-home mom. What are you doing for your child? Why are you fixated on your husband? Why do you think that putting more money will give you results? More money will not give you results. What will give you results is more attention, more dedication from you, the mother, more concern, be particular and intentional, and be patient with this child. Don't think the best school on earth can do anything for him. The best school on earth will only complement what you, the parent, is doing. Because the child stays longer hours with you as a parent than at school.
Guy, this whole world is laughing, causing problems, and not to mention making things worse for people.
They're only making it better. They all love you.
Mom,
They love you. Mr. Hayatu loves you.
At 18, Ahmed's mom is still protective of her son. She says, I can't leave him out of my sight. When asked, what does the future hold for Ahmed, she spoke.
We have no idea of the future. We are only looking at everything we can do today. He has a lot of gadgets. I will show you all his gadgets in the house. Many of them are broken down. That needs replacement, my sister. We're always in deficit. Our account is always in deficit. The bill for Ahmed is 3 times the bill of every other person. We can't.
And he's so intelligent.
And he needs all his gadgets. That's the only thing that keeps him. He needs his computer. He needs his devices. That's the only thing that keeps him.
And that's what he does during the day. If he's not
24
learning
hours.
his computer,
He's sleeping.
Ahmed loves to spend time with his computer teacher, who he feels loves him. Together, we took a walk to his computer school. On our way, Ahmed almost took us off lane until his mom called our attention. We also had a chat with his teacher.
I have been taking Ahmed for almost 2 months now. And from what I learned about Ahmed, he's somebody that show much interest in the IT. And from the look of things, as time progresses, Ahmed is going to do something amazing in the IT industry. Because if being given the right training, just the way we are giving to him now, he is going to excel and do wonder in the IT industry, like the like of Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and other people. The rate at which he grabs things whenever you teach him computer is quite fast and different from other students. So he has progressed geometrically. Speaking, Ahmed is very good in game designing and programming. And for him to do the game designing and the programming as well, he needs a laptop of high standard. Okay? And there are some other computer gadgets he needs as well, like the 24 hours internet subscription, which will enable him to do some research and other things he needs again, like he needs camera that he can use to take coverage of some certain things before he can convert them into animation that he used to do. So he needs those things to make his work perfect and easy for him, but that he don't have it inefficient right now.
In the battle, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna be the one to win. Because I am awesome, oh yes. And I'm gonna become the champion. Oh man, so let me gonna win.
Positivity speaks loud for Ahmed. You're going to be a champion, no doubt. You're going to win.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the world say, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll win at any cost.
His phone is his closest ally. He spends so much time on it. He also loves light, sound, and music. He desires to own a studio someday. When asked, what do you love to do?
He said one day your leaders will be mine. So live a life you will remember. No father told me.
You need some gimmicks and features. You need a chair for obvious reasons. And of course, on a song. I mean, consoles. Highlights, live streaming cameras, video cameras.
Shooting.
Yes, and videos as well.
Okay. You want
Yeah.
to be a YouTuber or you want to be shooting movie?
Oh,
What?
yes.
She appreciates her neighbors and the neighborhood who looks out for Ahmed.
In the house I used to live, a neighbor asked the landlord to evict me because of Ahmed, that he doesn't like him. By the grace of God, when I was done with him, he was on all fours, begging. He turned out to be one of Ahmed's best friends. Because sometimes at night, they begin to scream. They will just start screaming. You don't know why they are screaming. They are crying. And the whole compound is awake. This man will come out of his house and carry him. Say, come. Because he now understood that he can't help himself and I don't have answers. So that is how I was able to recruit everybody around me, my neighbors, my friends. All my friends are Ahmed's caregivers. All of them. If I take him out, all of them are. Everybody, because I speak about it, I talk about it, I talk about my challenges, and I am empowered by coming out. Dear parents, don't be ashamed of your child.
We all have stories to tell. The difference is we tell our stories differently.
This is Against All Odds.
Life is a blend of sweet and bitter pills, and it is how you handle it anyway. Ahmed's story, it's a sweet story, but blended with so many bitter pills and difficulties. It is only a very patient mind, a mind full of love that can handle all this. Today is important Focus on today, build today, and tomorrow might just be better. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. It's been absolutely wonderful. Let's do this again. Same time, same station next week. My name is Toshima Pius Ikirove. And Ahmed is saying,
Audio Jungle.